Welcome to our virtual presentation for 2020. We hope that you enjoy the skills and talents of our students and staff as we celebrate the year that was. Acknowledgement of country. I would like to acknowledge and pay respect to the traditional owners of the land on which we meet the Gamilaroi people. As we share our knowledge, teaching and learning, we pay respect to the elders, both past and present, and to the knowledge forever embedded in the traditional Aboriginal custodianship of country. St. Nicholas School Prayer. Loving God, we thank you for the example of St. Nicholas, who fed the hungry, brought hope to the imprisoned, gave comfort to the lost, and taught the truth to all. May we strive to imitate him by putting you first in all we do. Give us the courage, love, and strength of St. Nicholas, so that, like him, we may serve you through loving our brothers and sisters. Amen.
Father Chris, distinguished guests, staff, parents and carers, and our wonderful students. In preparing to speak to you tonight, I played the age-old game of word association. Word association for 2020. I believe the words which best describe 2020 are coronavirus, pandemic, bushfire, drought, unemployment, restrictions, lockdown, contact tracing, toilet paper shortage, and Donald Trump. I played the same game for St. Nicholas Primary School. Campfire, waterhole, cave, professional learning teams, guided reading, Big Right, VCOP, student growth, lift-off learning, daily communique, quality connections, sensory courtyard, resilience and adaptability. This exercise tells us a lot about 2020 and St. Nicholas Primary School. Our first list brings forward distressing and painful emotions. Unfortunately, emotions many of you have been required to deal with daily and are still dealing with. The second list conjures images of a well-connected learning community where high-functioning educators have continued to build on their capacity to improve the learning outcomes of their students. While 2020 will go down as one of the toughest years on record, at St. Nicholas we have reason to celebrate and be extremely proud of getting on with our core business, leading the learning and well-being of our school community with Jesus at the heart of all we do. During the most difficult days of the pandemic, St. Nicholas was focused on providing stability to our community through quality connections, visibility and daily communication. When media platforms were disgracefully causing hysteria, announcing our children would lose up to a year's worth of learning, St. Nicholas students instead were engaging in quality lift-off learning. This was never about reciprocating the school day, rather providing meaningful and engaging learning opportunities for our students with a focus on literacy and numeracy. St. Nicholas is a quality school. The greatest compliment I can personally provide is that I proudly trust this school community to educate my two children. Not only am I a proud principal, I'm a very proud parent of St. Nicholas Primary School. Success can never be attributed to one person or even a group of people. There are so many individuals and groups which have come together in 2020 with a united commitment to make a good school an even better school. It is therefore important I take a moment to acknowledge and say thank you. To St. Nicholas parents and carers, as Principal of St. Nicholas, I thank you for trusting us with the enormous responsibility of educating and caring for your children. In 2020, rules and regulations required you to take a greater role in your child's learning amidst the uncertain times and demands within your own homes. We ask for your understanding when restrictions prevented us from annual events, cherished moments, and even entering the school gates. Thank you for your patience, support, and commitment during these challenging times. You have certainly proven that tough times don't last, but tough people do. We look forward to seeing more of you in 2021. To St. Nicholas staff. Our staff in 2020 were a testament to the phrase, "In the midst of chaos, there is always opportunity." They saw and continue to see themselves as extremely fortunate. We are one of the few professions who continue to hold great job security. This positive and grateful attitude is a credit to our staff, particularly as 2020 brought more challenges, difficulties, and fears than ever before. However, as each of these challenges and difficulties arose, our staff moved forward with great fortitude, determination, and adaptability. This resilient mindset is so refreshing and reminds me just how lucky I am to work with each and every one of them. St Nicholas staff are truly educators of the highest calibre. They are living and breathing lifelong learners. Even in the midst of a pandemic, they continued to reach the school improvement goals we had set for the year. They built their capacity to lead learning, which was reflected through the gradual release of responsibility. They committed to effective guided reading practices, and they implemented the VCOP and Big Right methodology. All of this was strategic in improving and strengthening our literacy block. Our staff's dedicated commitment to personal learning and improvement is to the benefit of our students. As our highly capable staff continue to improve their practice, our students' learning and achievement data continues to go from strength to strength. Thank you to the entire St Nicholas staff, teachers, education assistants, administrative and ancillary staff. To the wonderful St Nicholas students, you are all exceptional young people who have certainly proven this year more than ever that you can go with the flow. While St Nicholas staff are committed to bringing joy to every school day, we know in 2020 the many restrictions have certainly made this more difficult. So many of your anticipated annual experiences have either been cancelled or postponed. Even your high fives with me each morning at the front gate had to be exchanged for an elbow bump or an ankle tap. For all these changes not to affect your enthusiasm, commitment and attitude is a credit to each and every one of you. St Nicholas has amazing facilities and a professional staff I'm so proud to work with. However, our students are and will continue to be the best part of our school. Thank you for bringing happiness, laughter, gratitude and learning to St Nicholas and making my role as principal so rewarding. To the St Nicholas Advisory Council and St Nicholas PT&F, thank you for your commitment to our school. Thank you for giving up evenings with your families and loved ones to support St Nicholas. Your passion and commitment reflects all that is good about St Nicholas. We are very proud of our school, though we're determined we could become even better. To our parish priest, Father Chris, thank you for your support, advice and guidance. Above all, thank you for the trust you have in me as principal and our staff to lead the learning of our students. I look forward to working with you in 2021. To Mrs. Renee Dunst. In 2020, Renee had the unenviable task of stepping into the shoes of the highly respected Lisa McSweeney, learning a new role, continuing to lead the school's religious education program, all whilst dealing with the worst pandemic the world has seen in a century. The quality of Renee's leadership in 2020 has been outstanding and has been recognised through her assistant principal religious education appointment from 2021. She is an excellent educator and leader, and I cannot thank her enough for steering the ship alongside me through the uncharted waters of 2020. To my wife Jessica and children Hugo and Stella, the support and love of my family allows St Nicholas to get the best version of John Clery. Thank you for your understanding when the demands of my role interrupt our time together. The end of the school year also brings with it some sadness as we farewell for the last time some students and families, many who have been with us for an extended time. To all of you, thank you. Thank you for your contribution to St Nicholas and helping make our school what it is today. Please don't be strangers. We'd love to celebrate with you the many successes which await. Just as importantly, we are here to support you all, if and when the need arises. This also brings me to a bittersweet farewell of one of our teachers, Mrs. Rebecca Hoffman. We delight in Mrs. Hoffman's well-deserved appointment next year to St Joseph's Corindi as leader of pedagogy. However, are saddened to lose such an exceptional educator. Not only has she worked tirelessly to provide solid, dynamic and engaging learning opportunities to many of our students, She has also made many additional contributions to St Nicholas. Mrs Hoffman has been a key driver in the field of science and technology, upskilling staff, participating in STEAM groups, and through her initiative of Girls in Engineering and Mathematics, otherwise known as GEMS. She has coordinated peer tutoring at our school, has been heavily involved with our St Nicholas basketball teams, and has shared her creative skills over the years through events such as Catholic Schools Celebrate and initiating our annual art competition. We wish Mrs Hoffman the very best of luck as she moves forward with her career in education. 2020 has certainly thrown us more challenges than we could have ever envisaged. The St Nicholas school community should, however, be extremely proud. Not only have we met each challenge head on, we have achieved our most important goal, a goal set before COVID-19 reached our shores. We knew St Nicholas was a good school, but we committed to make it an even better school than it was at the beginning of 2020. And it most certainly is. A wise man once said, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor men perfected without trials." Our school is the gem, and we will continue to polish, and we are the people who, despite trial and adversity, will continue to strive to be even better. Please now sit back, relax, and in the comfort of your home, let us bring you some virtual joy and entertainment as 2020 comes to a close. I wish you all a Merry Christmas, a happy, holy, and safe New Year.
Being school captain this year has been a great privilege, but also a very interesting one with COVID-19. We have learned a lot this year about how to overcome challenges, being the year that it has been.
We are very grateful for everything that everyone has done for us to make our captaincy role a better experience. Our best advice for the future captains in 2021 and further is to be a good role model, a leader people can look up to, be kind to everyone you come across, and try and put in the effort to help others in need on the playground and in the classroom.
As we all know, COVID-19 has hit us pretty badly, as we've all experienced, but we have all slowly bounced back and have gone with the flow. As we reach our last few days of school, we need to remember to keep our manners up to date. As most people take this as the worst year ever, we need to remember the good times that we have had this year and be grateful for the staff members, the state government, the health ministers that have got us through this difficult time and kept our hopes up. It's clear that no one likes COVID-19, but if you think about it, it has really showed the importance of spending time with your family more often and making as many memories as possible.
Even though we have missed out on a lot of fun activities and events as a school, we need to be grateful for the things we have been able to do together.
This year for both of us has been a very unexpected year due to COVID-19 and put a lot of things to a stop. But even though things were cancelled, the teachers and parents were still able to provide us with many fun activities and privileges that we can participate in, and we thank you for that.
So overall, 2020 has been an unpredictable and challenging year, but it's a year that we will all remember and will tell future generations. So good luck to everyone for 2021, and as your school captains of 2020, we wish you all the best and thank you for your support.
"2020 began as the year like no other, and its presence was felt each and every day. The year in sport at St Nicholas has also been a year of new norms. The year began with a change of venue for the swimming carnival due to the quality of the water, and then rain, which meant a change of date and only competitive swimmers. Then COVID hit and all sporting events were cancelled. Term 3 saw a shortened season for league, union, soccer and netball, with only one parent being able to attend. Our athletics carnival became a fun day at school for each grade, with discus quoits, beanbag shot put and noodle javelin being some of the events tried. I would like to thank the house captains, Darcy, Indiana, Hugh, Kayla, Grace, Dash, Isabel and Fletcher, for the help they were on these days and the outstanding leadership they displayed. I would just like to acknowledge the records that were broken at the swimming carnival in February. To Indiana Brazier, who set the 13-year-old girls' 50-metre freestyle record with a time of 49.22 seconds. To Jack Mitchell, who set a new record for the senior boys 100 metres with a time of 1 minute and 11 seconds, and the 12-year boys freestyle with the time of 32 seconds 53. To Hugh Mitchell, who set a new record for the junior boys 100 metres with a time of 1 minute 20.45 seconds, the 10-year boys 50 metre freestyle with a time of 39.47 seconds, the junior boys 50 metre butterfly with a time of 42.66 seconds, and the junior boys individual medley with a time of 3 minutes 28.44 seconds. Congratulations to these 3 students. I would like to take this opportunity to wish each and every family a Merry Christmas and a relaxing New Year. Fingers crossed for a back to the new norm 2021 sports year.
So 2020 has been a challenging year, as everyone knows, and it's been the same for the PTNF. We haven't been able to do lots of our normal activities like whole school barbecues, the colour run, Grandparents' Day, the kinder morning tea, and all those sorts of things. But thankfully, the school community loves pies and mangoes, and we have been able to raise some money through that. So we've been able to give $7,000 to the school, which is going to be used towards infants' iPads. I'd like to thank the teachers, especially for this year. The challenges that they go through every day, we all had a little glimpse of during homeschooling, and 6 weeks was more than enough. So thank you very much to the teachers. Thanks to the other committee members, Jamie Lee, Beck, Tatum and Felicity, and to all the people that took the time to come to the PTNF meetings either in person or via Zoom. Next year we're hoping we'll be able to sort of bring lots of those events back. And so have a safe and happy Christmas from the PTNF. We hope in 2021 we can keep building the St Nick's community. The PTNF AGM will be on February the 8th. So if you want to come along and see what we've got in store for next year, that'll be fantastic.
Thanks, Josh.
No worries.
So just on behalf of the school, I'd really like to thank the PTNF for all their efforts in 2020. An enormous part of their job is to build a sense of community here at St Nicholas. That has really been affected because of COVID, but the work they have done this year to keep us all connected and raise an amazing $7,000, which is going straight back to your children, will be enormously beneficial. Thank you, PTNF.
Thank you so much for the opportunity to speak on behalf of the St Nicholas School Advisory Council. It is a pleasure that the SAC can talk to you, even though it's in a different framework and frame this year. Our role is to work with our school executive and our teachers, but to bring the expertise from the parent community into the school community. And we try and do that with our open and objective discussion, as we have done this year and throughout other previous years. It's my pleasure to address the school community on behalf of the SAC, and we are a community. In 2020, we have shown the value in us as parents, as teachers, as students, and the SAC. As parents, thank you. Thank you for demonstrating, parents, your leadership, your passion, working with your family, your persistence. You have demonstrated via the PTNF, the school community, and how important it is that we continue to embark on this journey, and whatever gets thrown up our way, we work towards trying to get good outcomes for our family members, for our students. Thank you so much to the teachers of St Nick's. You are the backbone of our community here. You are the reason why we are here. You deliver the education to our students, and you make it worthwhile for them to come to school to learn how to learn. Thank you so much to the students. Wow, what a year. You will remember 2020. This is an important part of your journey, and I hope that you do appreciate the work that your parents, the teachers have done, all the teachers, all the support staff in this very trying year. I'd like to say thank you very much to the School Advisory Council, to all the members of the Council. Thank you for the open and challenging discussion we've had this year and in previous years. It is important that we continue to work in that way, to try and bring all the different elements into our considerations and to feed that to John, the executive, and the teachers at St Nick's. Thank you so much to Michael Mulligan taking on the role as chair next year, and to our new members, Elise Smith and Dave Ison. Thank you for joining this community. Thank you to Kirralee, another leaving member as well. I wish you all well in the SAC and your role that you provide. Finally, as a family, thanks to the SAC, thanks to the preceding school board, thanks to the PT&F, the staff, the students of St Nick's. It's been a very interesting and good 15 years that we, the George family, have been involved in St Nick's, and we hope that the foundation and the learning that's been provided here is carried on through our family. We wish you well, not only next year but beyond. To St Nick's, it's a fantastic school and the community is wonderful, and the SAC, I wish you well in your deliberations and your input to the process. Thank you.